I'm Dan from Rome Overland Vehicles, and this is our latest build. This is a 2021 Mercedes Sprinter, two-wheel drive. We just got this one sold. She actually comes and picks it up today. We'll start with the outside. We did a full wrap on the outside, and rims and tires, black Rhino Stadiums. They are 17 inches, the biggest we've done on a two-wheel drive. Tire size, we did the 265/75, I believe. The BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO2s, and it's the 265/70. This is the largest combination we've done on a two-wheel drive van. To help with it, we did an Agile off-road suspension kit on here. The Terrawagon fender flares. On the front of the van, we did the Baja Design LP6 off-road lights. We did the Flatline Vanco side ladder on here. And we did CR Lawrence T-vent windows on both sides. 365 watts of solar up top. The Fiamma F80S awning. Max air fan up top as well. I guess we can go around and check out the inside. All right, let's go check out the inside. As far as the cab goes, this Sprinter came with no steering wheel controls. I worked with a company called Mid-City Engineering. They're out of, I think, Chicago. We got factory steering wheel controls tied into an aftermarket Kenwood stereo with Apple CarPlay. Seat swivel. I did the Alpine mechanism on the passenger seat swivel. All right, so for the Habitat build, we'll start with the kitchen area. 3-stage water filter. There's also a stage that when you fill the water, it also filters the water. We've got under the sink, quick drain out the bottom of the van if you're just washing your hands, or there's a 5-gallon jerry can to hold gray water from the sink in there. We do an induction cooktop for the cooking inside the van. There's no propane in the van, it's all electric. Upper cabinets, everything is Baltic birch in here as far as the wood goes. Do leather handles, we actually make ourselves, or we have a friend of ours that has a company called Hitch Leather Company that makes them for us. Up on top, we do the Flatline Vanco overhead shelf. Once we put this one in a van, we will never not have it. I love having that extra storage space. That's where we store all of our window blinds, which we do Explorer Outfitters, fully insulated window blinds. They're for the front cab, the back ones, and the fan. They're the ones who also make our shower curtains for our hidden in-floor shower, which I'll show you that now. Before I show you the shower, I'll show you the fridge. We did the Isotherm Cruise 130. It's a 4.4 cubic foot fridge. This has been our favorite fridge that we've done so far. Most of our clients do go with this fridge. It's got the freezer, which makes it nice. You can just store about a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of food for 2 people, easy. Shower connections are in the van. They're actually mounted on the wall, hot, cold. Ties into a 2.7 gallon electric hot water heater. Mixes up enough hot water that mixes in with cold to give you shower water, and it's enough for 2 people to take quick showers. As far as the shower goes, it's mounted in the floor. Shower pans we have custom fabricated for us. They're 24-inch by 24-inch stainless steel. They recess into the floor, so the floor is pretty much perfectly flat all the way across. Throw a little rug over the top of it, you never even know that there's a shower in here. We actually lived in a van for over a year, and it was the 170-inch wheelbase that had a full built-in shower. And when we got to the shorter wheelbase vans, we wanted all the amenities that a big van had. So we brainstormed, and this is what we came up with, and so far it's been working great. Shower pan just sits in the floor, and you lift off the lid, and then you have a full shower pan in your floor. Christina makes these custom tabletops to match the vans, so whatever color schemes the vans go into. So she made this one mounted on a lagoon table. It gives spaces for 2 people to sit here and eat dinner. That was another thing that we found with our smaller vans, talking with our previous clients. One of the things was all the time sitting area. So you pull over, quickly have lunch, so now there's spots for 2 people to easily eat lunch. In the bench, there is locking storage, so the top of the bench locks. It's a lot of storage in here. It's 19 inches by 30 inches by 17 inches. So you can store a lot of gear in this thing. Christina and I lived in the 170-inch wheelbase Sprinter. So it's 3 feet longer than that. and we were talking about the amenities in the bigger vans. And another thing besides the shower was having a toilet. So having a composting toilet on board of the smaller van, it's a game changer. It's just, you have a home on wheels. So we did the Nature's Head composting toilet. And it's on drawer slides, so we can pull it out. So these are, I'll get out of the shot real fast, 400-pound drawer slides. So they're mounted to the frame of the van. So you can see the space is dual use here. That way you have a composting toilet on board, vents out the bottom of the van, no smell. We can go back to the kitchen. We've got a birch butcher block countertop, built-in soap dispenser. We've got your water system here, filtration, your water filtration system as well for drinking water. Light above the cabinet. We also, in our vans, do fabric along the windows. Pretty much we try to cover any exposed metal inside of a van. It's nice for when you're inside a van late at night and you touch cold metal. It's very jarring. So we do that back by the bed as well. We'll start talking about the bed area. I'll go through the electronics real fast and then we can talk about the bed. We got a hot water heater. So this is the control for your hot water heater. It'll light up. It takes about 15 minutes for the hot water to warm up. That's your pump for the water. Dual 12-volt USBs. One thing that we've learned living in a van is no LEDs. If that's one piece of advice I can give somebody building a van, don't buy things with LED indicators on them. The first time you go to bed and there's a USB by your head and it's got an LED, it's going to look like a solar flare in your eyes. So everything we buy, sometimes it's harder to find the products, but we buy with no LEDs in them. You got your 110 hookup for your induction cooktop for cooking, or Instapot or crock pot, whatever you want to run up here in the kitchen. It also keeps your countertop clear, not having anything built in, which we really, really like. We've got 12-volt dimmable lights, reading lights on both sides. They also have they have USBs in them so you can charge your phones at night. Onto the passenger side, dual zone dimmable LEDs. We've got the Serbo GX color touchscreen. We can monitor water tank levels from here. You can monitor your battery voltage, your inbound voltage, outbound voltage. It also ties into the app, so you can look at it on your phone. I can log in remotely to these, so that's really nice. So client, if they ever have an issue, I can log on remotely and see what's going on. We've got a temperature monitor on here as well, so I can tie into, right now I've got a temperature monitor in the water area, so if it gets close to freezing back there, a client will get alerted and let them know that it's close to freezing. So what you can do is just open up the door for the toilet and get some warm air back there. That's something we found. These vans are 4-season vans, so having that ability to get warm air to where your water is really helps out. We do the Espar S2 D2L diesel heater mounted up underneath the passenger seat. These things are really nice. Watch where you get your heaters from. We get ours from Espar parts. Just make sure it's an actual certified Eberspacher retailer. There's a lot of issue with non-certified Eberspacher retailers. We do the Sirocco 2 fan. These things are nice. They're fully adjustable. A lot of people use them in boats, so that's where we found them. And I really like these things. These are nice, and they fold away nice and small. Fan above the bed. It's the Max Air Fan 7500K. In out. Before we install these, we always tear them apart. So the motherboards on these are notorious for having moisture issues. So people breathing in a van, moisture from the rain. So we rip them apart and we actually put a conformal coating over the entire fan motherboard, so it waterproofs the whole motherboard. It just ensures longevity of the fans. Bed itself is just shy of a king size, so we get a king size mattress. It's a 6-inch memory foam, and we cut it down to fit. The back doors are fully insulated and they are padded, so it is like a headboard. So when you're laying in bed, you have essentially a headboard back there. You're not going to reach out and touch any cold metal, which is huge. First time you're laying in bed, nice and warm, and you touch that cold, damp metal. So we also wrap all of the metal back by the bed as well. These are all just things that we do just from knowing about living in a van. I guess we can go look at the back side of it now. Kind of covered everything in here. Talk about the garage. Fars over here, we've got 30 gallons of fresh water, Aqua King SureFlow 2 water pump. It's very quiet pump. It's definitely worth spending the extra money if you're going to be living in here. Accumulator. One thing I've learned from the vans is I build in zones for all of the water with cutoffs. So if you're ever out on a trip, I send my clients out with a set of tools. So if something were to happen, if they were to bump and break something, they could fix almost anything on the road. But with this, you can cut off individual things. So if the hot water heater starts leaking, if the outdoor shower starts leaking, you can cut it off and your whole trip's not ruined. Because in a system like this, if there's one leak, your whole system is done. So now you can cut it off and not have to worry about it. But we got the water fill inside the van. I really try to limit the amount of holes that I put in a van. So this has worked great. We've done it on all our vans. We do have an outdoor shower on this one. So just a cold water outdoor shower, rinse off your dog, rinse off your bikes. Welded steel bed frame, so really low profile. We do slats in the bed, so it allows tons of ventilation. If you're building a van, that's another piece of advice. Make sure you have plenty of ventilation under these. Also, these two boxes here, I'm working on boxes that I can sell to other people. These are one of the things that are hardest to make for people is the water box and the electrical box. So now I'm doing CNC cut boxes that are really easy to put together. You can think of IKEA where everything just kind of pieces together. So I'll be posting more updates on those here pretty soon. Electrical side of things, we do all Victron and Battleborn. So Victron solar charge controller, Victron Orion DC to DC charger, which allows the van, when running, to charge the batteries. Battleborn batteries, we did a 270 amp hour GC3. It's our newest, smallest battery for that much power. I love those things. We did the Victron Multi Plus 3000 inverter charger. It's got a 30 amp shore power hookup on the outside of the van. So you go to a friend's house, you go to an RV park, you can plug in and charge your batteries or run whatever electronics you got in there. Yeah, as far as we got the awning mount is here as well. I can open these things up, just show you kind of an idea of what we got going on inside. The quick access is just those two, and then you can pull it open if you need to. You can gain access to the fuse box, gain access to the shutoff for your 12-volt system. There's a battery shutoff in the back of it as well, so if you really want to cut off everything, you can. But this way just keeps it kind of out of the way. Most of the time, clients are never accessing this stuff. This stuff is all automated. You set it, you forget it, and you're good to go. So we do the Fiamma F80S. I like the mounting brackets on these. It's like a 3-point mounting bracket. I've done the Thule Hideaway on some of these, and I like it, but this is just that much better. The mounting bracket is way more secure, and the angle at which this goes into a Sprinter on the Thule is pretty low, so you risk scratching the van. On the Fiamma, it's nice because it kicks it out here. I also like the manual ones, just less stuff to break. So this is a 10-foot version. We've done the 12-foot, but the 10-foot is the leg supported, so you bring it out and then you have legs that are actually mounted up in here, and I'll pull those down. They're a little bit easier with like a step stool, so let me grab one. You don't need a step stool this tall, but that's just what I had. Legs mount into it and then they fold down. So even with one person, you can get this thing out in just a matter of minutes. Yeah. This isn't all the way out. I'm not gonna pull it out all the way. This is an 8-foot out awning, so it's 10 feet by 8 feet. And a lot of the manufacturers actually have walls that you can attach to here, so you would essentially be doubling your square footage of your van. So yeah, it kind of gives you an idea. They also have mounting brackets that mount to the sides of the van. And that's nice when you're at the beach or whatnot. You can actually just have the leg kick into the van and store right on the van. Thanks for watching our tour for this latest build. We've got 2 client builds coming up right after this. Both will be 4x4s, so keep an eye out for those. If you are interested in a van build, we do them 2 ways. One where we buy the van, we build it out, and we sell it, or we have clients bring us their van. We're located in Vancouver, Washington, and we're planning on opening our books for summer 2022/fall 2022. If you're interested, reach out. We'll have a link below for our website, and you can send us an email through there. Thanks for watching.